Mr. Narasimhan, Novartis has slowed down a bit during the third quarter. What are we to expect during going forward for the fourth quarter and beyond that?
Yeah, I think, Henrietta, what we've seen is the impact of the Entresto expiry. This is starting now in the U.S., something we had, expected and had really modeled and tried to foreshadow. So we would expect for the remainder of this year growth to be on the lower end. So we're guiding to really flattish growth in quarter four. But really, overall, for the full year, we're maintaining our guidance to be in the high single-digit sales growth and low teens profit growth. And then coming into next year, you'll have the first two quarters, you will continue to see the Entresto effect, and then we'll come out of that with a very strong growth. And so we expect to continue to grow next year. I think what's really notable is in the quarter, our key brands outperform, the ones that have a long patent life ahead of them: Kisqali, Kesimpta, Scemblix, Pluvicto. And I think that's what really matters for our mid and long-term performance.
Today, you announced plans to acquire Avidity Biosciences for $12 billion US. Will those anticipated sales you might generate with the candidates that come with the pipeline also prevent you from encountering a patent cliff?
We think that this is a really exciting deal, first of all, because we can bring three very exciting medicines. But in part, we do the deal with the understanding that in the early 2030s, we do face more patent expiries. And these are medicines that have protection into the early 2040s and enable us to ensure that we can grow through the next decade. So these launches we expect to happen in the next 2 to 3 years, and then they'll start to ramp up right when we face the next wave of expiries in the early 2030s. And really a lot of our deal making, as well as investment on pipeline assets, is to ensure we can sustain growth for the next decade and beyond.
Do you have any other options apart from M&A to, fill those expected sales declines?
We feel very confident with the pipeline. I mean, I think really the goal is to further bolster that internal pipeline. We've had some very important news this year. We've had some great drug approvals of Rapsido, which is remibrutinib, a medicine for a skin condition called urticaria, which we expect over time to be a very large multi-billion-dollar asset. We also launched in our kidney portfolio a drug called Vanrafia as well. That will also be an important medicine. And then we've had three really exciting readouts very recently. One is an additional indication for Pluvicto, our prostate cancer medicine. Later this week, we'll announce the full data set of ianalumab, which is an opportunity to address Sjogren's disease, first ever drug for Sjogren's disease. And we also had a positive readout as well in Cosentyx. And so I think these kinds of assets are what will enable us with the internal portfolio to also drive growth 2031, 32, and beyond.